Hi friends, it's Justine. Recently, I'm glad that mental health has been the talk of the town, or in my case, the whole country, which is my hometown, my home country, the Philippines. Excuse me. A TV show host from Itbulaga, Joey De Leon, he made a controversial statement about depression and everything. He said that depression is just all in the mind. He said that it was just us who was making it up, and he said that people who are mentally ill should not be supported. Main Mendoza, a person also on that show, Itbulaga, said that it's not a joke. Depression isn't to be joked around with. Tama ba yung grammar ko? Basta hindi dapat yung binibiro-biro. Ganun ang sabi niya. But Joey insists na, no, don't support them. Wag niyo supportahan. Kasi I think he firmly believes at the time that it was just all in the mind. But it is. It is all in the mind. That's the point. It's all in the mind. Because depression is a chemical imbalance in the brain. It's not something that you want. It's not something that you force yourself to have, or you hope to have. It's something that you want gone. Like physical illnesses, like kidney failures, a cough, common cold. It's the same, but the difference is that people can't see it besides you. Joey, though, apologized yesterday or the other day. He made me proud and a lot of people because he made the right choice. He listened to everyone who educated him. His wife, his kids told him that depression is a real thing and that people in their family experience it every day, and that he shouldn't take it lightly, and that he should learn more about it so he won't offend anyone else. He said sorry to everyone he's offended, and he said that if there's anything positive that came out from what happened, from what he said, it's that the whole Philippines has been talking about mental health ever since. It's brought light to the topic, which was really not that talked about before, or was not taken seriously that much. So now that we've got that out of the way, I want to tell you guys about the time when I was so down in the dumps. I've made a couple of videos talking about my brain. I am pretty open on YouTube about my experiences, like how I deal with my anxiety and my depression. I've never been one to open up to people except to those who I trust with my life, some of which are my best friend Marielle and my boyfriend Paul. I know that they will never judge me. I know that if they ever get tired of listening to me, they will just say it in front of my face. Like, they'll say, I can't handle this anymore, maybe you should talk to some other people for the meantime while I process what you just told me or something. They won't talk behind my back, or they won't judge me. They will just trust me because they believe in me and that they're here to listen to me. They have my back, and I trust that. Now, the only thing that is as hard as dealing with the illness itself, I hate calling it an illness. Nalulungkot ako para sa sarili ko. Parang, ewan ko, illness just makes it sound like it's very, very hard. Though it is very hard. But I don't know, what was I saying? Anyway, I myself do not open up to people unless they show that they're willing to listen or that they understand at some point, but I never really open up fully. But this one time, I'm not naming anybody, but I opened up to him believing that he understood everything that I said and that he doesn't judge me, and that he believes that I can get through this and that he'll give me anything I need to get over what I was going to get over or going through. He fed me words like, yeah, you can do this, I'm here every time, and that made my heart flutter because this certain person, I was never really that close with, or never thought that I'd open up to him. I never, ever in my life. I always figured that he'd be just, he's there, but I didn't think that he'd be there for me in that way. And I was okay with that. Don't get me wrong, I was okay with that. And I guess that's just a part of what makes it more special, is that I didn't expect it. So it made me really glad that, wow, someone understands me, or is at least willing, that isn't Mariel or Paul. But then in our group chat, I could feel like they were talking about me, like they were dropping snide remarks. Like, I know they were indirecting me, but I didn't know if it really was for me. But there was no other person besides me, and they were kidding about anxiety and depression. They were kidding like, sorry, may anxiety ako, I can't go. Sorry, I'm depressed today. They were making such big jokes about it, and it made me so mad. Like, who are you? Obviously, the reason why you could joke about this is because you haven't gone through this, and because you don't know what it's like. That's why you're taking it lightly. And I tried to understand them, so I just left the group chat without saying anything to them or fighting them, because first of all, they're all older than me. I have respect for them. But then, that person means a lot to me. Meant a lot to me. Or is it present? I'm not sure, but that word, a lot to me. I'd be lying if I said I didn't wonder about what he said behind my back. I opened my boyfriend's group chat and I looked through the messages just to see what he's saying about me. Like, I didn't know why I did that. I guess I just cared so much. Like, I don't know. I wanted to get hurt. Like, I know what I was going to see. But it ended up to be him and my boyfriend doubting me and my mental illness. They were all kidding about how they should blindfold me and just surprise me at the doctor, at the hospital, getting myself checked up, because they didn't believe that I have depression and anxiety. They believe that I was just using this as an excuse to be content with my life. Kinareer ko daw. Parang in-embrace ko daw. I guess what made me even sadder is that looking at someone else's perspective, having nothing, having to doubt me without anything to lose was just too much for me. Like, think about it. If someone goes up to you and says, "Hi, I'm depressed, I need someone to talk to," and you're like, "Really? Are you depressed? Are you diagnosed?" You don't have to be diagnosed to know that you're depressed. You know it for yourself. Like, when your tummy aches, you know that maybe parang diarrhea or something, you're sure. You can tell. Depression is different from sadness and stressed and annoyed and all those emotions. It's just different. You'll know it. And up until now, I don't get how people doubt other people who come up to them, who took all the courage that they have to open up to somebody only to get rejected and invalidated. Parang stupid nun, diba? What will you get out of doubting someone? Ano naman kung nagsisinungaling sila? Di naman siguro sila magsisinungaling na nasasaktan sila, diba? Siguro hindi siya sure or hindi talaga siya depressed, pero alam mo na nasasaktan siya and kailangan niya ng kausap. So, kahit saan mo pa tingnan yun, mali ka eh. If you're not willing to help, don't invalidate someone. Don't push them out of the way. Don't judge them. Just tell them to their face na you don't have time to talk to them. You don't want to talk to them. And they should just get help. Do that. Don't mess with people's feelings and go doubting them. It'll just make it worse. I've realized that it's too unfair to me to be this considerate of what others has done to me, but I've learned to let it go, to just not care about what anyone else thinks. Last August, I finally had the courage and I went to the doctors. I got checked up, and to be honest, I feel a little incomplete. I was crying at our session. I waited a long time, and it took a lot of courage in me to ask my mom, to open up to her about what I really want, what I need. And when I got there, the doctor was asking me questions like how I feel, what happened, what happens every time I get triggered, what are my triggers and stuff. I was just crying my eyes out. It's different when you're talking to a friend and to a doctor. You feel a lot more comforted, and it's definitely hard to go to the doctor, but it's worth it. You get rid of the risk of people doing that to you. I don't want anyone else going through what I did, reading those stupid words. At one point, it got so bad that that person was telling my boyfriend to leave me, because if he doesn't leave me, he'll be the first to kill himself. Yes, he said that. How is that at the one point he was telling me that he cares about me and everything, but then telling my boyfriend, a person I cared about so much, that he will kill himself unless he breaks up with me? The other. Diba? Ang stupid. Parang, anong point nun? Oh my gosh. I can't. I guess okay lang naman yung sabihin mo na toxic ng relationship mo, that's better. But telling someone na mauuna ka pang magpakamatay kaysa sa kanya, isn't that out of line? Do you not see what's wrong with what he said? I'm repeating myself, I never open up to anyone unless they kind of show me that they care. So it was a big deal to me. And it still is a big deal to me. If you're invalidated, if no one listens to you, please always remember that out of that person, there's so much more people that are willing to listen. I will listen. I do my best to reply to you guys. I love it when you feel comfortable enough to open up to me about your problems or to ask me for help. And that makes me glad in a way, because I can help people. I help them and I give them what they need somehow in my own way. So yeah, that was a bad time. And I really hope no one goes through that, because that is not good for your emotional being or any being. I will flash some numbers here that you can call if you need some help. The Philippine Suicide Hotline. And also I will link down below a link to a Twitter group. You can message anyone there. Everyone who retweets, I think, or everyone in the list. So just shoot them a message. And again, I'm here and I will listen. I've said this before, but I really am. So yeah, I can't believe I did this video without a script and I didn't go through anything. I just said everything on my mind, and I'm glad I did this without crying. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And that's it, you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye! I haven't done this intro, outro, sitting down, making a video for so long that I don't even remember my outro. I couldn't